Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Once again, look, this football club is not easy to support. It's not easy. Like I said 2 seasons ago, this football club comes with a health warning. If you remember when I said that, it comes with a health warning. This football club, if you want to support Chelsea, you need to be physically fit. If you're not in a fit level, if you're not at a certain level, then you are going to suffer some repercussions, and you're going to find yourself in A&E. You will find yourself in the operating room. You will find yourselves with drips coming out of you and all sorts. Like, you will find yourself needing medical attention. This football club is just an absolute roller coaster. And today is another example. Last Monday we had Tottenham 1, Chelsea 4, which was a poor performance that somehow resulted in Chelsea struggling to score against 9-men Tottenham for 25 minutes. And then it just all of a sudden the floodgates opened and we started picking them up for their pieces that were there for the taking, and we win 4-1. Fantastic. Today, you could say the opposite. Chelsea played very muchly well, if you want to call it that. We played really well today. Chelsea put in a brilliant performance and one to be proud of, and we didn't deserve to lose. So when we were at the brink in the end of losing, that stung. And if you were on the watch long and you saw my reaction, you know exactly how I was feeling. That stung, right? But we clawed it back. We clawed it back, and we've learned something big about Chelsea today. We've learned 2 things about Chelsea today. What I was saying on my preview and prior, where I was like, look, as fans, we can be honest in terms of what we feel like our team are going to do, what we expect. But the players, they need to go into the game believing that they're winning. They need to go onto the pitch believing that they're going to pick up the 3 points. They're going to get the job done. That's their responsibility. Poch needs to make sure that they have that in them. And the fans at the ground do have some sort of influence in terms of keeping the mood up to a certain level. I get it. But the players, it's the players. They need to have that mentality. And I was talking about the mentality yesterday in the preview, or was it video number 1? Yesterday, where I was talking about the emphasis needed, that even when we're developing or we're growing, we're not quite there yet, but the players need to have it in their heads that this is a football club where we don't lose. You can't accept losing. As John Obi Mikel said, he said, we used to have that, and I want these young guys to have the same thing now. They need to have that same thing, that same attitude of don't die, never say die, don't give up, go all guns blazing, and we cannot accept anything else than a win. And I'm proud to say that today, that's what I saw my Chelsea do. We didn't win, but you could see everything up here was spot on. And in terms of the concentration, the focus, the following of instruction, the way that we set up our structure, the way we were nullifying City, frustrating City, you know, they were looking flustered at times. And yeah, you can argue that we conceded 4, which we're about to come into. But each time we went behind against Manchester City, the best Manchester City lineup that they could possibly put on the pitch, we kept coming back and coming back for more. And we did. Every single occasion we came back. We went 1-0 down, we came back and we took it to 2-1. Then it was 2-2. Then we were 3-2 down, we brought it to 3-3. Then we were 4-3 down, we brought it to 4-4. That's what I want that's what I want to see my Chelsea do. That's what I want these guys to do. And it doesn't mean you're going to win every single game. I'm not saying win every single game, but when you put on a performance like that, I feel proud. And I know that we didn't deserve to lose, and we didn't lose. And there were things that went against us today, which is why I feel an extra sense of pride for today's performance and the way that we executed it, because it reminded me, today was the first time in a while that I've seen Chelsea play, and it's reminded me of our DNA and what we were about before. Today I saw that. There were a couple of moments of lapse of concentration, which we're going to get into. But I'm talking overall. Except for those things, and it can happen, I guess it can happen, but except for those things, everything else, we were checked in. We were there. We were completely and utterly not dominating the ball, but dominating the game. If you understand, we had control of the situation at all times. Against Manchester City, and at home where we struggle. And we put 4 past them. We put 4 past them. And when you look at the goals, they speak for itself. They speak for itself. Let's go through it. Let's go through it. We started off with Pochettino setting up 4-2-3-1. Cucurella, Reece James as the fullbacks. We had Disasi and Thiago Silva being the centre-backs. Now, before ball was even kicked, and I said this on the watch-along, I think everyone wanted or expected Badiashile to get ahead of Disasi because Disasi was looking a bit shaky. How good did Disasi look today? So for that, credit to Poch. He made the right decision. And I said on the watch-along, look, if this backfires, it's going to be on Poch. Because we all reckon Badiashile would be better suited. But if it works and it succeeds, it's on Poch. Great decision. Deserves the credit. And that's what's happened. Disasi, absolutely class. We had the midfield of Enzo, Caicedo, Gallagher just ahead, Sterling, Palmer, and Nicholas Jackson up top, just like the Tottenham game. And the way that this game was going down was just incredible. We let in the first goal by the penalty. The penalty that wasn't a penalty. I'm going to be completely honest. If that was a penalty, right? And look, I'm real. If I could see that was a penalty, I'd say it's a penalty. And look, we got a 4-4 draw. I'm happy with the result. But that wasn't a penalty. That wasn't a penalty. So, why was it not a penalty? If initially I thought there was a clash of heads, I was screaming for Anthony Taylor to stop the game because I thought Reece James had a clash of heads, and there wasn't. He let it go on, and then you see the replay, they're holding each other. Cucurella and Haaland are holding each other's arms. They're literally like this. They're literally like this, right? Then Haaland gets ahead of him a little bit. They're side by side at one point. Cucurella still got his arm around Haaland. But he's not pulled him down. He's literally got his arm, he's got his hand on the side of his body. Which happens in every single football match that you will come across at any level, right? Haaland drops to the floor. There's no pull down, there's no shirt pull. If there was a shirt pull, I would say, Cucurella, you're a stupid man. You've pulled him by the shirt. You've pulled him down. He didn't pull him down. Haaland's tumbled like a bunch of, like a pack of dominoes, right? Or big massive Jenga block, right? He's tumbled over. It's gone to VAR. And then you start to see that Anthony Taylor gave the decision before the VAR did. On what basis? So I genuinely don't know if the VAR told him or if he made the predetermined decision or whatever it was. But it wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a penalty. However, no problem. Haaland scores, it's 1-0. 4 minutes later, great ball into the box. Thiago Silva with the most John Terry-esque looking header you will probably find. Beautiful run in, lovely header, far bottom corner, and it's 1-1. Mood lifted. And that was the first instance, I said this on the watch-along, when you have the referee even going against you, and minutes later you decide to score and you make that comeback with or without the referees, that is proper, and its true essence, that is proper Chelsea. Yeah, that is proper Chelsea. That's how Chelsea used to operate back in the day. We used to win games for fun, with or without the referee. When we have decisions going against us, we would still win, right? And even when we have the most calamity sort of decisions that are being made, like we saw against Barcelona, we got knocked out, but we didn't lose the game. It finished 1-1. So that's what we used to do back in the day. Thiago Silva steps up, and it's 1-1. And then we have Sterling. Enzo picks up the ball. Poor distribution from Manchester City. They lose the ball. Enzo straight into Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer feeds Reece James. Gvardiol messes up. It hits his heel or whatnot. Reece James runs right into it, sees Sterling, cuts the ball across, and it's a tap in. Everyone's clocked in. Everyone's awake. Everyone's focused. Everyone's checked in with each other. And there's a great blend of chemistry and a good combination and awareness of what all the other teammates are doing. Everyone is in cohesion. Fantastic. Reece James provides the assist. Sterling taps it in with 2-1 ahead. And we go into the break. No, we don't go into the break, sorry. Just on the brink of halftime. One lapse of concentration. One lapse of concentration. Or was it? No, hang on. Yeah, it was just before halftime. One little lapse of concentration. I don't understand how this goal happened. Ball comes into the box and Akanji headers it in, right? It sounds simple. But when you look at Enzo, he was marking Akanji before the kick was taken. The kick is taken, it goes out, if I'm not mistaken, to Foden? Who gave the assist? No, Bernardo Silva. Ball gets to Bernardo Silva. Enzo decides to push Akanji and run forward, almost like he's preparing for the break. You don't prepare for the break by leaving your man unmarked. And if anyone's going to be making that run to prepare for the break, it shouldn't be you if you're marking someone. It should be Conor Gallagher. So I don't understand that lack of communication or poor decision making or whatever the hell it was. But we were all over the place there. Ball comes into Akanji, he's unmarked by himself, and it's 2-2. So that's on us. That's our mistake. Which happens. We've been making mistakes time and time again this season, right? So it's bound to happen against Manchester City. But to be fair, that was our only mistake that we really made in the whole game. Everything else was top draw. We get into the second half and immediately afterwards, to be honest, there was another mistake here, for being completely honest. Erling Haaland's goal was down to Cucurella. People are going to say, nah, but Cucurella had the 2-on-1 to deal with. Well, we had the 2-on-1 to deal with because he wasn't marking Phil Foden, who was screaming on the touchline by himself to receive the ball when we started that move. When City were on the break in that move and Foden was by himself, where was Cucurella? He's basically in Thiago Silva's position. Mate, you should be out there. It gets to Phil Foden, then he's having to come back. He comes back, then there's an overlap. Oh, now he's having to deal with two men. Poor judgment from Cucurella. Poor judgment. And the ball comes across. Erling Haaland takes it with him, Reece James, everything goes into the goal, and it's 3-2 to Manchester City. But this is where that never say die, that old school Chelsea DNA it kept coming through. Pochettino made very, very good substitutions today. He took off Enzo, who was having a poor game. He took off Reece James, I'm guessing because of fatigue or whatnot. Put on Gusto to replace him, absolutely fine. Put on Mudryk, changed the shape, more attacking. Managed to bring Gallagher into the double pivot, puts Palmer into the 10, sticks Mudryk on the wing, right? And then we start moving forward. 2 minutes later, what happens? Was it Palmer or was it Caicedo? I think it was Caicedo. Caicedo gets the ball to Gallagher. Gallagher does the one thing that I said in my preview yesterday. He done it a few times, and this time it worked, and it worked almost for another time. Gallagher was saying, listen, you get the chance to shoot. You get the ball on the edge of the box, hit it. Go for it. Just go for it. And he kept doing that. Almost like he was watching the preview. Gallagher, if you're watching, mate, well done. You done exactly what I asked. And you done it top draw. He took the shot, forced Ederson to make a save. He's on the ground. Jackson moves into the good position. Good poacher. Gets the ball, slots it in. Nicholas Jackson, I think we might have to start addressing, might not be the traditional number 9 that people expect that can score goals anywhere around the box. I think he might be a poacher. I think he might be a Van Nistelrooy reincarnated. We were talking about Drogba and all that. Now he might be Van Nistelrooy. You know, give the ball into the 6-yard box and he'll just tap it in. Maybe that's Jackson. Maybe. But he gets the goal. And again, him scoring against Man City, confidence lifted. Another goal. He needs that. So hopefully we're about to see a nice run from Jackson now. Good form kicking in. Fingers crossed. 3-3. And then the fourth goal. And this one stung. This one was just, I don't know what was happening on the edge of the box. Complete carnage, complete chaos, ball bouncing between Chelsea and Manchester City like it was a game of ping pong. And then it falls to Rodri. He hits it because he has the space, and you could argue maybe he shouldn't have that much space. But as I said, it was bouncing in and around of everybody. So you can maybe understand. Lands to Rodri. He hits it. It comes off Thiago Silva. It's a deflection. It creeps into the bottom corner, and you're just like, bloody hell. At this point, I'm like, Chelsea don't deserve to lose. We don't deserve to lose. We really don't. So it stung because we played well. We really played well. And when I saw that go in, it was the 86th minute, and in my head, I'm like, yeah, man, we've just lost. But like you saw in the watch long, I was like, please, can we get one goal? Just one goal. Can we get an equaliser? I was saying I want to win, but at that point, you're in that situation, you're like, I'll take a draw. I will take a draw. Give me a draw at this point. Please give me one goal, and that's it. Lo and behold, 95th minute. 95th minute. What was it? Gvardiol decides to go in for a reckless challenge. Absolute leg breaker. Maybe not a leg breaker, but a reckless challenge. Wins the penalty. Chelsea get a penalty. Cole Palmer steps up. Cool as ice. Poetry. You couldn't write it. You couldn't write it. Cole Palmer getting the equalising goal to make it 4-4 against Man City and Pep Guardiola, his old manager and his old team. You couldn't write it. You couldn't write it. So, look, overall, I'm happy. And what I wanted to address, which was the second point, because the first point was about mentality and the fact that Chelsea looked like they were truly bringing back that old DNA and showing that never say die and having that ability to take Man City all the way, and we did. But in turn, it brings me to point number 2 that I want to end the video with. After today, and I speak to everyone here, listen carefully, we now have a reason, a big reason, to believe in this Chelsea team and what we're doing and how we're moving forward. It's clear as day that now we are simply struggling against teams that are sitting in a low block that completely compact the lines out and build a concrete wall. We tend to struggle against those teams. We need to find a way. We need to find a way in the same way that Liverpool found a way earlier on against Brentford at home and they won 3-0. Why? Because they managed to kill them off early. We need to find ways to kill teams off that we know are going to come to the bridge and sit. Because if that happens, then we will climb up the table. Because today has given us monstrous belief, mentality, and a display of the abilities of this team and what we can do. Today was a big demonstration against the best team in the world. Man City are the best team in the world. Without question. And they put their best lineup on the pitch. And they scored 4. And they gave everything. But we were there to stop them every single flipping way. Every single moment of the game, we stopped them. No, you ain't going anywhere. Don't go anywhere. You know, you're not running away with a win. Don't go anywhere. Come back. We're going to share a point. So that was really, really good to see. So the fact that we do have that within us and we've proven it to ourselves needs to be a big showcase of belief now. That we can look at this Chelsea team and not worry about what's going to be coming. And it also emphasizes that we can't be throwing results away any longer. We can't. When we show that we have what we have and we show what we did today. And much like, look, if you had told me that Arsenal, Tottenham, City, we wouldn't lose to any of them, I'd be like, you're crazy. You're crazy. Especially Man City. Lo and behold, Man City was our best game. So we have it in us. We do have it in us. And today that has been proven. And that's what I'm saying. There is a sense of belief here now. We have to believe in this Chelsea team. We have to. Pochettino, I thought, was spot on. Set up, structure, everything was spot on. Substitutions, tactics, spot on. Absolutely spot on. Frustrated them. Didn't make the same mistake that he made against Arsenal where he changed the shape to try and protect the result. He didn't do that because then that ended up costing us. Today, he just took it all the way and it worked. And I'm watching Pep Guardiola in the interview and you can read it on his face. He is absolutely gutted and he's peed off. And we done that. We done that. So, I'm very happy. Overall, I'm very happy and it gives us something to move forward with now. Please, Chelsea, let's go to the international break. Newcastle next game. Now we look to win. There is no more of, oh no, we're just going to see what happens. Nah, what I said yesterday in terms of instilling that mentality, today we done that. We done that. Now let's take it into every game. And let's see how far we can push ourselves. Because that's how we grow. And that's how we become winners. So, let me know down below what you think. Credit to all the players. Credit to all of them. I can't even name names. Everybody. Nicholas Jackson was looking all out of sorts. And in the end, he got a goal and started to look his old self. Fantastic. Enzo, I think is fatigued. I'm not going to lie. I think he's fatigued. I don't understand why he's fatigued. Maybe the Argentinian team, maybe the World. I don't know. Maybe the World Cup. I don't know. But it's an accumulation. It seems like something's got to him here. So maybe he needs a break. Maybe this international break. I hope he doesn't play for Argentina. And as long as that's the case, then fantastic. But apart from that, everyone else on the money. On the money. Even Cucurella made a mistake. On the money. So fair play to everyone. Fair play to Poch. The fans, electric. Absolutely brilliant. And this is a big moment in our season. And I think it's a game changer. And I think we can turn the corner from this. We really can. So let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And it's looking like the watch-alongs are also bringing some sense of a good luck charm to this Chelsea team. Because right now on the watch-alongs this season, I'm unbeaten. We've not lost. So yeah, let's see if we can keep that up. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. Like I said, hit the subscribe button. Thank you to everyone that tuned into the watch-along. And I will see all of you on the next one. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.